custody. Who's next? The path is clear. Let's get going.
Too many devices connected to the Wi-Fi in the house. So I had to unplug it. Well, I didn't unplug the Wi-Fi, but I had to turn off any other device that had connected to the Wi-Fi.
The path is clear. Let's get going.
Oh, I gotta repost this damn thing again.
In custody. Who's next?
Leading straight to this street. Yep, sure does. Exactly how I want it. Anyway. I think everything's good now.
The path is clear. Let's get going.
Later. That's good. I'm off the next 3 days, and I'm eating Lucky Charms cereal, mushrooms only. I mean, I said mushrooms. Marshmallows only. Probably son. But he forgot about
In custody.
Mother's Day tomorrow. First of all, I didn't forget it was Mother's Day tomorrow. The issue is that my mom went out of town, spending quality time with her significant other.
In custody.
So really,
who's next?
I got even less work to do. But I'm gonna do something tomorrow though. I'm gonna get her something. Okay, I think everything should be good now. Y'all can tell me if my mic quality good. It's still crazy they did this character so fucking dirty. Okay, so I already got my mom this Mother's Day stuff instead of throwing the rest of my money into HSR pools. I'm such a good daughter. Wait a minute, didn't you freaking spend like a whole bunch of money on the freaking pay to win stuff of this anniversary? Hold up. Did you spend your money on this? You must have got paid again. That's probably what it is.
Clear. Let's get going.
Oh, excuse me. Alright, enough of the BS. Time to get into it.
Then, let the ritual begin.
Oh, that's look nice.
And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Naxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual.
For $100, I'll draw your favorite character getting railed. I'm dead. But first of all, I'm not giving you $100 worth of damn. I'm not. It just ain't gonna happen, even for a dry request. That's first and foremost. And first of all, actually, do I have a favorite character in this game? I feel like my only favorite character in this game is what's her name? Shui Yi. But Shui Yi don't get no type of love in this game. Even the one moment where she could have had a cool moment, she got done dirty.
Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for.
What's up, X?
Lady
Hi there.
Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can
I'm
communicate
accessory
with
stream, no
here,
problem.
right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died.
I don't. Oh, I need to confess. I watched a reaction mashup of the story trailer for 3.4. Was it 3.3, 3.4? I don't know which one. I saw a little bit of what Cypher's animations were, but I didn't see a full blown playthrough. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do it right now. You know what? I'm not even about to sit here and try to confess and be such a good boy. I'm just gonna search it up right now. Cypher. Okay, HSR Cypher gameplay. Just gonna do this right now. I do know that she was throwing a cake around. Hold up. Oh my! They knew what they was doing. Hold up. She just got that wagon all set. Also, what's up, Mimi? How you doing? Hold up. Are my Bluetooth connected? Okay, they are connected. Give me a moment. Ah, man. What element is she? Oh, she lightning? Okay, Cypher got it. But that don't mean I'm gonna throw my pulls at her. She's quantum? Really? She can't be quantum. That didn't look like quantum to me. That looked like electric. Actually, hold up. I'm looking at it again. Yeah, you're right. She is quantum. Crap. Now I'm conflicted. I either I skip her. Knowing that I get Archer for free, but then again I'm guaranteed on the banner. But knowing that it doesn't carry over to the freaking what you call it, the collab banner, it's like, is it even wise to dare waste 110 pulls? I didn't look at it, but here we are. I'm not gonna lie. This shit should have been lightning. She's basically the Flash. Okay, so we're basically all in agreement. But so like, she looked like she was lightning. But by the depiction of it, it looks lightning. It doesn't look like quantum. Granted, you can make the argument that Treeby does not look like she's a quantum character because her attacks doesn't look like it's dealing. It looks like anything related to quantum, right? Actually, you can say that for a handful of characters actually, who are quantum characters. Damn. But yeah, I'll think about pulling for Cypher. Even though I'm guaranteed, I don't know how far that guarantee gonna be. It's gonna be within 20 pulls, 30 pulls, 40, 50 pulls. Like, I really don't want to really squander my chance of getting Saber if I can help it. Also, when is the Fate collab? Isn't it in like 3.4, 3.5, 3.6? Someone let me know what exactly the update patch is gonna be. Because if it's that far away and we're not that close to it yet, I may pull for Cypher. $3.4, really? We're that close? Oh damn.
Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but
apparently the Fate Banners will be here for a while, so it might last after 3.4.
now's not the time.
If the Fate Banners last all the way to the end of version 3, that will be a blessing, and that'll be plenty of time for me to get Saber. So I'll wait and see. The date for how long the banners last for is going to be my confirmation of whether or not I won't know until after Cypher's banner has already ended to even know if it's going to last that long. So it'll be just a gamble, really.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead. But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the Era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Oh, Tripwire, don't worry about it. I already know about this topic. I watched the video today about it. It's really crazy. And what's crazy is I did hear about the situation she was dealing with, like, what, last year? About the convention thing. It was like, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that girl, this woman, she's catching back-to-back W's. First it was that convention, now this. Especially that thing with the convention was such BS. That thing really tilted me when I found out about that whole convention thing. I was like, oh, well, she was saying problematic language. And even the screenshots of her tweets were being used as evidence to justify her not being allowed to come to the freaking venue or some crap. And then we looked at them tweets, and tweets not even crazy like that. But someone, a part of the staff of the convention, had an issue with her. It's like, bro. You know what's funny? What?
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death isn't necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I was about to... I almost bought that game and was about to gift it 3 other game buddies. 2, now I'm not touching it. Valid. Feels like, bro, come on. Why? Don't nobody care about your personal beef with a VTuber, bro. Keep it to yourself. Ugh. That's the problem. That's the problem with social media. People don't know how to keep stuff to themselves. Especially if they're beef with individuals. Granted, if someone brings that beef to the table online and for the public to see, then you have a right to bring that beef right back at them. But in instances like this, it's like, bro, didn't nobody ask you about this? Don't nobody care. Keep it pushing, bro.
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words.
I gotta delete the stream that just messed up.
Like
I gotta delete that one.
My thoughts, Casterus.
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us.
Also, Trip, if you're still listening to the stream right now, you do know you posted this video about this that I've already watched before in the channel related to my personal videos that I post, right? I'm just curious if you noticed that. I'm just realizing where you have posted it. Oh man. Yeah, look at you.
But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world can be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed.
If y'all was here for the stream earlier in the afternoon, I made a comment related to this. Like, if the world was this perfect place, right, where death didn't exist and whatnot, and blase, right, we realistically wouldn't, we would be stale or related. Hold on, not stale would be the word to use in this hypothetical world, man. We wouldn't even strive for anything or even desire for passion for anything. Video games wouldn't exist in a perfect world. Let's be honest. It just wouldn't. In a world where we're given everything we ever wanted, like eternal life, for example, like video games wouldn't even exist. Damn it. Why bother with it when you got the whole universe at your hands? Methods would probably be more common if we were immortal. Yeah, but then at that point, torture methods would be so freaking useless. Because, like, yeah, sure, you can torture somebody doing it, but like, it's gonna get to the point where the person just be like, "It is what it is, bro. You want to cut my arm off? Do it." Oh, you're about to sever my head from my body? Whatever, bro. That's how people will take it. It'll get to the point where it's like, whatever. You can legitly cut my head off and let me freaking hang on a tree for like 10,000 years. I'm just gonna be chilling throughout that whole time because it's like time don't matter to me. In the perfect world, I wouldn't have time to play video games. I'd be too busy getting all my 30 perfect wives pregnant. Okay, valid. I feel like people would come up with even more horrifying torture methods. But how much horrifying can you make a torture method for an immortal being? What, are we going to start throwing people into the sun? Granted, I feel like that would be the only escape personally. But even if the sun can't destroy your body and you're still alive while being cooked alive in the vaporizing power of the sun, then it's just like, okay, actually, you know what? That will be the worst torture method. I think I just found it. Being tossed into space. Mind you, space is got no air in it. It's absolutely cold. You will freeze up like a solid brick. Then vaporized by the sun as well. even just like imagine your body doesn't get destroyed by either of these things, and you're still managing to be alive in those states. It's just like, I think that would be horrible. But then I think it would get to the point that you'll get numb to it, though, wouldn't you? Let me read. Just throw them to a black hole. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to experience to be thrown into a black hole personally, because like if you get thrown into a black hole, right? Of course, it's like bending of light and space, and it's just like continuously being like that forever. It's like in the beginning you'll be trying to escape it the entire time. Then you just like you'll go through like your arcs of depression before you just let reality set in, and you can't do nothing unless you find a way to kill yourself. Oh, this is YouTube. My bad. I meant to say game end yourself. There we go. Yes, game end. Yes, that's the word I meant to say. But you get the point. 30 Wise won't be crazy. Not various tastes. Let a single woman get the pause. I ain't gotta taste the rainbow. Also, what's up, Kingdom? How you been, bro? We just yapping about the meaning, eternal life and whatnot related to the Star Rail story.
The
And what effects it would
so-called
have.
era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, and waiting for something to happen.
Like, I agree with this line right here that's being said in the story. Like, genuinely, I do genuinely believe in a really perfect world for humanity, right? Where we couldn't die, we had everything in the world at our fingertips, right? I genuinely believe that we would be these stale beings that just sit around waiting for something to happen. I genuinely believe it. We just be sitting around days on end, just like waiting for something to happen, and then boom, something happens. Like, ooh, what's that? Finally, something different. A meteor crash landed on the planet? Yes! Finally, some excitement around here. I genuinely believe that. Like, if the world was so perfect if the world was perfect at Jump Street and continued to be perfect all the way till right now in the timeline, yeah, I do believe we just be standing still for eternity, just waiting for shit to happen. Or we just be doing the same thing, rinse and repeat. It's like, how many times can you walk around an area and eat fruit and like talk to animals all day? You gotta do that only a certain number of times before it just means like, whatever. You're just going through the motions. 100 mortal men versus King Kong. Yo, I need to actually look into this whole conversation about this freaking 100 men versus one gorilla thing. I've been seeing it like during the week, but I didn't actually watch any video seeing about that topic because apparently it's a very interesting topic. I need to know where this stemmed from. Can't say certain things on YouTube. That's pretty much cool. But anyway, let's continue.
Perhaps the people
Oh.
of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side.
I was about to say something. Oh, that's right. I forgot. For people who just now coming to the stream, how was your day today?
But instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
That is a curious thing. Would an immortal being really be fascinated by the idea of beings who aren't immortal and have finite existences? Would they really be fascinated in such a being and want to be like that too?
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals.
I will say this. Guys, I've already seen this part of the story earlier today when I was streaming for 1 hour. But I do find this way of viewing death extremely interesting the idea that death is what caused humans, or like is the thing that causes humans to cherish things more, to actually shed tears and like spark passion in people to do something before it's too late. I think that's very interesting because I can't tell whether or not this is a sentiment that holds true in like real life. I have to suspect that it is, right? I'm pretty sure, one way or another, everyone who's in my chat right now, we fear death in some way, shape, or form. I already told y'all multiple times since I started streaming that I fear death, genuinely, and I don't mean that jokingly. I'm dead serious when I say that.
If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
Ooh, yeah. Also, in a perfect world, there would be no need for a concept of like virtue or like evil, because it'll just be like it'll stagnate. It'll be like there's no need for good in this world. Just like just sit still and do nothing. Honestly.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Itonia, and Aglaia would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened.
I agree with this as well.
And I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother.
I found this scene extremely beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. It's a really beautiful scene.
I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle.
Boss fight about to happen.
My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
I'll say this right now. I already seen this boss's design when I first saw it during the afternoon. I will say this. This boss has got to be having the craziest design in the Amphoreus, I ain't gonna lie. The fact that its head is stuck in the damn egg is crazy to me. It's like, bro, take the damn thing off. Bro, what is this team? Don't worry about it. Just go get the job done. Also, I think this is one of my favorite design bosses in the whole game. Thank goodness I got my dude, Luocha.
Ready to jam.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again?
You
Once we eradicate this hatred and regret,
Let's rock!
no amnesty for Marstruck.
Uh-oh.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Crap. No. Woo! Survived.
Shh. Don't be afraid.
Do you admit this crime?
This song's for you. Keep up.
Thank you. My throat is feeling much better.
I'm not gonna pop my ult just yet.
No amnesty for the Marstruck.
Pretty good crowd today.
Not yet.
Turn it up.
I'll see you off.
Perfect.
Tonight, Stars Echo. No more time.
The Order of the Ten Lords. Execute the Marstruck!
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it. This song's for Let's Rock.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I
You chose the wrong
will grant you peace.
What is it again?
Receive divinity.
See,
Eternal
I'm back.
Nothing major.
It's time.
No amnesty for the Marstruck.
Be careful.
They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Bloom.
I hope for an end to strife and...
Execute the Marstruck!
Pretty good crowd today.
I'll see you off.
Oh snap.
Ready to lose yourself? You can
Oh, I
fight
survived.
it or rock with it.
I thought that was gonna kill me.
This song's turn it up.
Harmony and unison.
You chose
Tonight, Stars Echo. No more times.
Keep up.
I'll see you off.
I'm gonna end it with the ult. No, I couldn't finish it with the ult. I'm upset.
Turn back to the Nether Realm. Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Oh snap. Get your head out of that thing.
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long
What's wrong?
are you...
What's wrong with him?
Oh, did he get his soul back?
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no. Is there anything we can do?
Yeah, it's called Hop on the Dragon. Let's move it.
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
All right. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
The Sea of... I am so glad I get to see this.
The legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Okay. So I can make my Genshin parallel, and it feels justified even more so. All they gotta do is flex the freaking Sea of Flowers and Genshin being a realm for the souls as well. Or for particular souls. That's all they gotta do for me, and I'm solid. Because I'm using this as my benchmark as what the Sea of Souls and Genshin look, the Sea of Flowers look like in Genshin. This I'm using as my benchmark. Oh yeah.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see.
None of them look like the Conrian flower.
Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius.
This shattered moon looks freaking crazy. I'm screenshotting this. Shoot, might mess around and freaking make a theory video, a Genshin X Star Rail theory video. Even though it's gonna be just me shooting in the dark.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death.
This is so interesting, because now I gotta freaking look at the Traveler differently. Hold up. Why does my stuff sound weird? Hold up. Hopefully. My mic, I should sound fine, right? Maybe because my mic not closer to my face. Hold up. Let me see if I can shuffle it a little closer. Yeah, there we go. I feel like that look good. Okay. So anyway, back to my point. Yeah, I feel like this whole thing about this ascension to godhood stuff and reweaving the laws of the world, I feel like this is such a perfect parallel to Genshin. I gotta use everything I learned from Amphorius as this parallel to Genshin's world. I got to. It's the only way for me to predict the future of Genshin.
I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes.
This whole landscape is just crazy. You see broken pillars and whatnot around here? Like, bro, what? This is just... Oh my god, what if someone makes a parallel to this being, like, connected to, like, the Sea of Quanta or some shit? Oh my goodness, that'd be so hilarious. Hold up. There we go.
If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
None of these flowers look like the Conrian Nation flower, which is very interesting.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination.
Oh, I don't think I said this earlier, but yeah, we're finishing this today, though. I woke up in a dew baguette. Wait, what? A boo baguette? I don't know what the hell she's talking about. But anyway, yeah, we're finishing this story tonight.
We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite a ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close.
Oh yeah. Also, I know I'm kind of breaking immersion right now, but I need to say this as well. With my video related to why people don't mess with Natlan, I'm at the final section of related to the story, and I'm going to put in it that honestly, the fact with Star Rail's and Foria's story stuff being 8 to 10 hours long, I don't think we can deny the fact that it has very good characterization of their characters. It has a very good plot, right? And on top of that, the characters have development. They have reasons for why they're a part of the Flame Chase. They get character development as well, and it's like it feels like there's some real emotion behind it. So it's like in comparison to Natlan's Arc and Quest, it's like we got a whole bunch of that aspect of it lacking for like a handful of characters. In comparison, I'm gonna make sure I point this out in the video.
It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them, but I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again.
Sorry, I'm breaking the merger one more time, but apparently Karthathia's attack animations and ults animations has been revealed. These are leaks related to Wuwa, so anyone who's a Wuwa player, you better go look out for them.
But more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder Death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me.
Oh man, I'm
Complete your
sad.
trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Of course. What is it?
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms, just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Not this nigga an actor. Come on. Don't really care about this nigga right now. Ugh.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together.
Oh?
If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Wait, I did not know that was the implication. That the sister brought her younger sister's soul to the future. The twin that became the god of death brought her soul to the future. I did not know that. That didn't feel like that was the implication to me. Granted, depending on how old Castorus is, that could be the case. But like, that's not what it came off to me as. That's not even how they phrased it. But how he's phrasing it, that seems to be the case. That the twin that became the god of death brought her twin's soul to the future. Kind of crazy. Bruh. What? Hold on, can I reread that line? Hold up. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present, yeah. From the past to the present, it sounds crazy.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, an Exagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Oh, he's in the team already. I wish someone could call me a pathetic worm. Oh, my little girl. Also, is there any... Also, I need to know this. Bro, is there anyone else in Amphorius who uses a gun? Because... Granted, this looks like this is a gun. Obviously, it's a fantastical gun. Right? Not like
Fine.
a...
So they are leaving the final debate to him.
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga created a deadly firearm.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akuma has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
Oh my god, he took longer?
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
But oh snap, the blick revealed something. Alright, let's get it. I know I'm not talking a lot, but it's only because I want to get the story done.
I actually don't necessarily find things remaining the way they are. But I wish so.
What are these niggas talking about? What did happen?
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Finan of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
I actually don't necessarily.
They have no faith in my boy. You hate to see it.
By Kephali above, dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. And your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Hyades Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now.
Ooh, finally I got his character moment right now. This is character moment. It's perfect. Also, side tangent. They just revealed Cartarella's or Cartathia's gameplay for Wuwa, and now I have high suspicion that she will cause power creep. I know a lot of people say no, she won't. I'm just saying, from the way they displaying this damage, or just from the look of the animations, these things will look like it will be an issue.
Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finer? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akima still a picture of peace?
Did he really just ask a dumbass question? Oh my god, hold up, let me read what starts on my song. Why hasn't Final come off yet? Oh, I see what you're saying. Why hasn't he? The only thing that makes sense for why he hasn't, tried to, body bag himself is purely because he just got a really stilled resolve. The fact that he's continued to live on to this day shows it. Like, he's a 10 toes down individual, bro. And I respect him for that. That's why I shall praise him as the primordial one when he finally reaches his godhood status. You better believe it. Shoot. Last time I was talking about my day, right? And like when I was streaming that story quest, I was like, bro, I would get on my knees and slop on him. Nah, screw my day. The only dick I'm slopping on when it comes out to Amphoria's characters, it will be Finance. Purely because I know what he shall become. And I shall praise him for it. Let's be honest. Finance deserves good head versus my day any day of the week. It is what it is. My boy been through too much. If we really want to play the Struggle Olympics, my guy Finance got it.
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear.
Oh my goodness, I just had a crazy realization. It's such a crazy realization. Hold up, I need to say this. Genshin Impact's Natlan Archon Quest. There was a criticism I saw people give, which was, why does it feel that everyone in Natlan just agrees with the Power Archon and her plan, and no one actually pushes back against it, or there's no one pushing back against it as a whole, like none of the civilians are, or whatever, right? That very thing that people complained about in Natlan's Archon Quest is legitimately happening right here in Star Rail's Amphoria's chapter. You got the people criticizing the Chrysos heirs, being like, y'all not doing y'all job, y'all lying, y'all just want power. We could have legitimately had this same thing happen in Natlan, where we have this type of conversation, where you have the heroes of the 6 tribes tell everybody what the real deal is and try to prove it to them, and why Mob Wiggle's plan is a necessity. Why the reason why you can sit here and go to like these little beach pool parties is because of the fact that the heroes of the 6 tribes are out here, clapping abyssal cheeks, telling them to step to the side, losers, as they allow for y'all to even have these little fun and sweet days. That's what they should have did. Because so many people were complaining, man, why does it feel like a party going on when there's supposed to be quote unquote a war happening, right? They could have easily solved that with showing this, or having a moment like this that's going on right here. I'm going to clip this and use it for my video. Got a little bounce on final thing. Hey, move out the way, ladies first. No, in this era we live in, Star, it's actually men first. It's called gender equality. I get to go first. No more ladies first.
Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows.
Oh my god, his Gilgamesh personality is showing. These vermin, these mongrels, these lesser beings. Yes, my primordial one is rising. You can feel it in his voice lines. You can feel it in the words he speaks. Yes, I shall praise this man. Sir, do you need your cock cleaned today? Oh, I'm dying.
Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power?
He brings a good argument to the table.
No matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Trivios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Yes, my king!
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
Oh my god, Anoxa.
As expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
He didn't vote yet. He about to vote.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
Oh, we're not gonna get cussing?
Vote for kindness.
Who will he vote for? The die is cast.
I like the fact that I get to walk it. Yeah.
Who will he vote for?
Last vote.
Vote for kindness.
Always the performer.
Talk about a grand entrance.
That's all she got to say? That's crazy. Yo, these niggas hate each other for real. I'm gonna slow walk it just for the theme. Just for the atmosphere. Just for the aura farming.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here.
Okay.
Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Tough line. First of all, I've been yapping this entire time. Granted, I have hit long pauses between my yap sessions, just so we can get the story done tonight. Oh, man. Trip, I don't know if you... Wait, were you listening this entire time to the stream, or did you just come back to it right quick? Because there's something that I want to yap about really quickly. Because I've said it earlier, but I don't know if you were here when I said it. Oh, you just came back? Okay, perfect. So, hold up. The chattering isn't going to stop until I continue for it. I'll say what I'm about to say in just a second.
What are you waiting for?
Your vote. Cast your vote. Cast your vote.
Alright, this is a good time to speak now. Okay, so basically, okay, I don't know if you heard this criticism people had of Natlan's Archon Quest, of like the entirety of every citizen in Natlan just agreeing to, not just to like, I think the whole idea of every tribe agreeing to like Mavwika's plan that she had going on, or just following the Pyro Archon without question or whatever, right? I don't know if you've seen that type of criticism that people gave of Natlan's Archon Quest and story. Well, Archon Quest / story. So what's going on in Amphorius, or an HSR story right now for the planet of Amphorius, you have the same exact type of Archon Quest happening here, but instead you have the people are not rioting, but trying to vote against continuing the Flame Chase journey, which is meant to, reestablish the rules of the world, because the world is falling apart, stop the Black Tide, which is the Abyss or whatever, and so on, right? And this whole back and forth happening in this chapter, right? I feel like if Natlan's Archon Quest had something like this, where the citizens of Natlan were arguing with the Power Archon for why they shouldn't continue this whole this quote-unquote war, because there'll be some people being like, well, I never experienced this war that you're talking about, everything been fine and dandy. Everyone else being like, while you have like the heroes of Natlan be like, no, we've experienced it. That's the only reason you haven't seen it, because we're keeping you safe, type ish, right? I feel like if they had this back and forth in the Archon Quest, I don't think people would have as much of an issue with it, or they wouldn't even have much of an issue with Mavuika either. Honestly, if we had this back and forth type shit.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso. Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Oh, my bad. I just noticed your message. Let me read. I think there would be still many arguing, but it wouldn't be as obvious of a writing flaw. Alright. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something. It would have been really interesting to see the captain instigate the people of Natlan to his side against Mavuika. I think that would have been really interesting to see.
Teacher. What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now.
Man, my back itching.
We meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
Oh, also Trip, if you're still here, yo, we just came past a point of the story where they showed off the sea of flowers in Star Rail, and oh my goodness, was it gorgeous! I ain't gonna lie, you may have to scroll the stream back a little bit just to take a glimpse at it. It was great.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Cutscene time, awesome.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else.
I have deciphered the truth of this world.
Oh my god. This nigga crazy. This nigga enjoying himself.
The result is clear. Buy carefully and to Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Lygus, you can't! Onyxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
And this woman crashing out like this in public, in front of the citizens, is proving Finon's point about, yo, there's vermin in the city of the Council of Elders and whatnot. He legitimately said that earlier. And for her to crash out like this in front of everybody, it's just gonna prove his point, and everyone will see the bullshit.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly.
Respect it, damn it.
I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the wall of heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Take it.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
Wait a minute. Is Castorus not going to be able to come back to the world of the living after this? Will she remain at the Sea of Flowers? If that's the case, I'm a little sad by that. Homegirl won't be able to kick it with her friends no more.
What is this performer up to now?
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey,
of course,
it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
This man is crazy.
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course not! Not even for a second.
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
Why he doing these people dirty?
What are you trying to do?
Bro, he said, yeah, you, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Oh my goodness. Oh man. This dude, the doctor, is such a piece of shit. He's such a douchebag.
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the flame chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the assembly... But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
Wait, what? Hold up. Well, my propaganda calling him the primordial one will further convince knowing that, but now I'm interested about hearing his intact memories being the thing that shall forge a new world.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
God. You better believe it. I'm slobbing on this man's knob. Finan, my goat. My glorious king. My primordial one. Anyway, let's continue.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives?
Absolutely. You know the job, ma'am. I shall give you the permission to be the first to slob on Finan's knob. Yes, in your next life, you won't have the same attitude. And if you do, guess what? You gonna be putting that mouth to work.
Enough. You blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
No, it should have been me, not her. Also, Homeboy will win over the entire crowd with this. Homeboy said, I fuse my body, or fuse my soul, with this god to seek the truth of what will happen. Like, no one's gonna even disagree with this. No one can. You'd have to be in legit denial.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
Oh my goodness gracious.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
The Kindness God. We're carefully evolved.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight.
I would agree to disagree on that take. Believe me, the trust and reputation of something can be shattered overnight. We've seen it happen before in real life.
Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali.
Oh my goodness, I remember now. Because I'm pretty sure it was the last 2 streams ago. We flashed back to Castress, and she was given Castress was given to Aglaya by the Council of Elders, giving her the permission to legitly enact the death penalty if she wanted to. But that was done only to like flex off if homegirl Aglaya went crazy as time passed on, just killing everybody just cause for her flame chase journey. So now it's in her benefit to use this.
Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
I bet she's smiling on the inside.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something. This is how it's supposed to go.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akuma's codex,
I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kainis of Akima and Ligus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantan and Kefili, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve! Agreed!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefili. In the names of Talantan and Kefili, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
I hate the fact that they whispered. Okay, never mind. I was about to say they were gonna whisper down this part. The people want to put him in a body bag.
Professor.
Fine, I got such a good heart. In a blender, in a coffin, in a lawn chair, in a smoke screen, in a washroom, in my burger, in my car, in my computer, in my bed, in my walls.
What decision will you make, Lady Gold?
Not those type of walls, just to let y'all know, you degenerates. Anyway, let's do.
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die! 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 Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantan on high, may you bring death upon him.
Yo, what's up, Julian? How you been? This is getting crazy. I saw that message. Trip. Screw you. Oh, here you go. The Sea of Flowers. Now you get to see it.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Emphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the Netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
This is crazy. This nigga not only has the core flame related to the Titan of what, time or passage? I can't remember which one we attained earlier in the entirety of this quest. But now he has the core flame of death as well. Isn't that crazy? Either he's going to wield both of these powers, or there's going to be two new individuals who get to wield these powers.
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey. And for your life, the only life I can save.
Oh, that's right. Ever since My Day left to embrace his destiny, he hasn't come back at all. So I guess that's going to happen to every last member of the Flame Chase journey. They're just going to have to stay in their positions and never leave it. This is sad.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm not even going to lie. I feel way more emotionally invested in Amphorus's entire story quest arc. That's from 3.0 all the way to 3.2. More than I felt for most Natlan characters. I'm going to say that. I'm just be freaking honest. I'm like dead ass about that. The only character I actually really gave 2 F's about in Natlan's Archon quest was legitly Kachina. Genuinely. My F's weren't really that high when it came down to Mulani, Kanich, Ian-san, Chaska, like all them other characters. Like my F's weren't as given. Granted, Ororon may be a special case because I really did mess with his story particularly. But yeah, I give way more F's here in comparison.
Over here.
I believe in you.
The homies.
Don't go. Grace awaits you.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow.
Not my girl. Ah.
That's
Trian,
right.
you got done dirty.
Eyes on the dawn.
Yo, this moment feels extremely impactful right now. Milani, Silali, Angela had really good story quests.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Okay, I will say that. I think I may have to retract what I said about Mulani. Mulani, I really did enjoy what she had going on. See, Lolly, most definitely. I think I enjoyed her the most. Shalona is kind of up in the air for me. Granted, her tribal quest was pretty fun. I really did enjoy it.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Oh, I know that, but I just like referring to them as their tribal quest. Granted, when I was listing off the names of the characters earlier, I was referring to them in the context of the Archon quest, not their tribal quest in particular. Don't turn around. Keep moving. Looking forward. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. All of it says don't turn around. Oh my god. What the crap is she doing here? And she doesn't even have her voice. Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. What is that supposed to mean? I already don't like 3.3 story, and it's not even out. Why? Don't turn around, Goofy. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. Don't turn around! Oh my god, he's cooked. He turned around. What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend!
Mim, my friend.
Take my hand. Let's go home.
Oh man, this is extremely impactful. Granted, I'm not crying about it, but I'm just really enjoying it right now. Go on. Let the trailblazing continue.
I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole, as if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own?
AKA the Stellaron.
It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the loss from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago.
I already predicted that the Titans were just eons. Think Thanatos is nihility, trust. Strife is either the hunt or destruction. Aglaia is the demigod of love. That means she's probably connected to Adrelia. Oh, you mean the Titan that freaking The Aeon that fucking what's his name again? Argentina? Argentina? I forgot how to pronounce that dude's name. He worships that god.
It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land.
Another cutscene, awesome.
The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest.
And she's riding off on an effing dragon.
This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
Now I'm kind of concerned with the future of the story, or the future of Amphoria's characters.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
The reason I say this is because if they try to put Amphoria's characters in any future event, especially the ones that play like a role in this whole crafting a new world type ish, genuinely, they can't strip them from the world if they wanted to. Like, you'd have to make some crazy plot hole that would allow for, let's say, Casterus to kick it with the Express crew for some limited time event, or like go to the Lafu and intermingle with the people of the Lafu. You would legitimately have to create plot holes that would make no damn sense, just so that they can be there. Despite the fact each and every Amphoria's character has to be here. They have to stay on this planet. They have to stay and do their role, their job, meet their destiny, all that good stuff.
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you
crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
He's such a shit talker. Oh my god.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thynon?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Finan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Finan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission.
I might pull for Finan.
Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Aglaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
Let's be honest, my girl Chigi deserves the core flame of death. Look at her, she's a killer, stone cold killer. She understands death. She legitimately had her body go. Wait, she let her body die and had a new one based off the original constructed. She's legitimately a soul inside of an automaton, for crying out loud. My girl got it.
The path is clear. Let's get going.
She deserves it. Let's be honest. She deserves so much love. My girl Shui.
I'm gladdened by your triumphant return. But I don't see Castris among your number.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Dreamin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Oh, before we even let the ceremony begin, Hopefully, the story isn't about to end just yet. I feel like we're at the end of it. But I want to go grab my ice cream real quick. I will be right back. Oh, let me type it. Alright, I have returned. Ice cream is almost too big bag. I don't care.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal.
Fine, you must become the Honkai Star Rail. Bro, if you was here earlier, I was glazing the crap out of Finon. And I will, even more so, in version 3.3. Or what is it, 3.4?
Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future.
This seed talk is crazy. Anyway. What was you? Why the heck are you trying so loud? Yes, it is that good, damn it. It's delicious. That's why I brought two. I just finished eating the first one. Y'all should have told me if I was munching to the mic loud. Damn, I would have stopped it. Why did y'all say something? You know, I'm gonna hold off eating the other one.
Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Oh, another thing that's extremely interesting about this is that, bro, these characters are canonically dying. There is no, they're not gonna die. No, these characters are canonically dying. I don't see nobody talk about this. This has been one of the biggest complaints people has when it comes down to either Genshin story or Star Rail story, whatever, is that characters aren't killed off, right? For the sake of the story, to make it more, intense and worthwhile, right? To make it have stakes. My nigga, these people are genuinely dying off. They're either dying off or their old past self dies off entirely, right? So, like, there's a canonic death that's happening. And it's like, bro, this is some serious ish. Like, everything that happened in freaking Pentaconi was all within the dreamscape. So they got away with not killing off people, right? For the most part. But in Forest, nope. These niggas are dying one after the other. Maybe my blondie side hoe is a better healer than both combined if built right. Yeah, if I were fine, I would. Like, what do you mean my boyfriend is leaving? Become a demigod while I watch all my friends in her ways around me. Oh my goodness, sorry. But yes, you're correct.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Ah, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Oh my.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes. I will sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
This nigga is vanishing!
The objective is complete.
Look at him cheesing! This nigga's crazy! Oh man. Niggas are legitimately dying off in the story.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Oh shit, we're back here.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
but she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
Immaculate thigh gap. Good lord. This woman's body structure is crazy. Woo! Man, I would lose my life and become a god for you, baby girl. Oh my, hold on, I need to screenshot this. Save that for later. Anywho. Oh my goodness, I just had a realization. After this entire quest talking about memories of past selves, Titans being Chrysos heirs of the past who didn't become Titans, and then the cycle keeps repeating over and over. Bro, without a shadow of a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, March 7th is one of the Chrysos heirs from the past. But I have this sneaking suspicion that the difference is she somehow got launched into space and she didn't play her role that she was supposed to in the world. That's what I'm suspecting. Because no one knows where March comes from. We just found her floating in ice in space. She has to be from Amphorius.
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember? Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path,
Sparkle,
and
obviously
loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that. Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me? In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence.
Yes.
That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. A world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form. I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts. You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li. I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they're capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
Uh-oh.
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies. It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Oh, please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Oh boy.
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Oh boy, he's about to get wild. I can feel it. Something crazy about to happen.
All right. Now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time. Your calm and collected nature is truly a trait that I should learn.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky?
Because it is. He thinks he's better. That's why. He's my secondary primordial one.
Companions are the lifeblood of the Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help.
Well, this young man sure is courteous.
I don't know what it is. I like the idea of a tall man standing over a short woman. Maybe it's just the foolish man in me.
Input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herna. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphoria's celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herna.
Oh, I also love the fact that these mirrors got different personalities.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herna.
This one sounds like a villain.
What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. First mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination: unknown celestial body.
Who is she gonna come across?
Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphorius? Its appearance sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Amphorius? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
The cake! Oh my lord! Anyway.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
The ego on this woman is crazy.
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
Oh my lord, please don't tell me they're gonna give her one of the core flames. Good lord, no.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
I actually respect that, because like this other worlder is just coming onto your world and trying to stake a claim. Granted, it's like that's not what her intention is, but she more than likely would attempt to do that in the future. Let's be honest. It's like, no, you gotta go. Sorry, bye. Get off my planet.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
Let me read. Imagine Amphorius finally opening its planet to the public and immediately have the IPC taking over it. Yeah, I'd keep my planet secret too. Exactly. Like, bro, these niggas gonna come to Amphorius and be like, oh, bro, your planet looks nice to sell off. Shoot, you need some debt that needs to be paid off? Well, guess what, brother? You're selling your planet. Thank you, we'll be taking it. Oh, these awesome resources of your world, we're taking that too. Oh, look at these mystical structures of life and death and whatnot. Guess what, brother? We're taking that too. my goodness. It'd be crazy. Oh, your core flames? Guess what? Yes, sir. You guessed it. We're taking that too. The things will cause a fortune. Oh my lord, imagine the 10 stone hearts get their hands on the core flames. Oh lord.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways...
Wait a minute. Didn't they reveal that the path of erudition and remembrance played a role in Amphorius? And now the third path has been revealed to be the destruction? Now, all this makes sense now. All of it finally makes sense. Right? Like, niggas don't know what the freak this black tide stuff is. Now it makes sense. The black tide is the destruction. So, you have a world that has memories as its basis to keep reforming itself after each cycle of this destruction. The remembrance, I forgot what the remembrance path actually does. But you get the point. That'll make it. I'm still steamrolling it. So, knowing that the destruction also plays a role with Amphorius's like cyclical cycle, this continuous cycle shit, it's just like, bro, this world is crazy. And knowing that, what it's almost like he's about to imply that he can command the black tide to do something. Hold on, let's continue listening.
You will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Oh my shit. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. Basically what this nigga just said is, there is a biblical beast locked in the depths of the earth. You so much as do what you think you want to do? Oh yeah, that nigga come out. And he gonna let the cosmos have it. Now I understand why people were saying Phynon is a secret Lord Ravager. I see it now. I understand why people said this. Because he is the only one of the Flame Chase journey, who has not obtained his godhood yet. Right? Oh my goodness. What if Aquila, the freaking eyeball Skyfather, is the freaking Ravager, Lord Ravager of Destruction? That's the only thing that would make sense, right? I've seen what it looks like a little bit in its design from like leaks. I've only seen like, and these are leaks I tried to avoid, mind you. I've seen a bit of it. So it would be crazy that such a creature looking like that is a Lord Ravager. And once Finite obtains the core flame of it, he will essentially become a Lord Ravager and a Titan slash God at the same time, right? Which is crazy to think about. So now I get to praise him even more so. Yes! The primordial one! My Lord Ravager! My king! Yes! Actually, Slava, you're not even more so because you're even cooler now. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Woo! It's fine, so I'm gonna take it. Oh, sweet, so much. You're terrible at theories. I know I'm terrible at theories, but it's fun. And
who's next?
Crazy. Oh wow. We have every last other core flame, and there's only 2 missing. One that belongs to the Sky Father, I believe, and one that belongs to Kephalim. Oh man, this is gonna be extremely crazy. I ain't gonna lie. And Forius' story, despite how long it is, right? Despite how long it is, it has impressed me the most. I swear on everything. I think I like this story way more than the Penacony story. Like, by far, I like it more. One, we don't have lamos like Acheron flexing her power level only for it to be happening in a dream. So of course everything would be destroyed so easily because she's flexing her power in a dreamscape. You feel me? Versus my girl Miyabi from Zenless, who actually destroyed something with her slash. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. Also, niggas are dying in the story as well. Crazy enough, something people were complaining about doesn't happen. Guess what? It is happening. Niggas are getting cooked around here in this story. His ears are really bad. This is why he opposite VC all the time when he's in to get our thoughts. Look, I love getting people's opinions, okay? But anyway, yeah, this story about to go stupid. I feel like grabbing that.
Let's get going.
I don't have nothing to grab from the rewards either. What's this? Oh, wrong button. This is missions. Click missions, damn it. Oh my lord, if you don't click this damn mission button. There we go. Okay, so I got the equilibrium to do. Got like 3 world quests tied to it as well. Bro, this story has just been crazy. Oh, what is it, Julian? This is also interesting. That we legitimately came from Penacony, where Homeboy tried to become a god. He tried to become a god of this dream world, establishing these rules and whatnot. And then after this, we go to another planet that has these established rules that change every time the world is in this era of destruction over and over again. Where people with different ideals become the new gods of the world, rewriting it and all that other cool stuff. I swear, if Sunday found this world that is in Forest first, I think he would have went about a different approach to become a god, without a shadow of a doubt. Kyle doesn't even know how to drink. Bro, that's not my fault. Bro, when I ever tries utterly failure. I was about to say I would love to see you get wrecked by someone in the event, but the event might end before you do it. What event? Like, what event is happening right now that's like requires me to play it? How's that not my fault? Peep it. If I slide it like this and it's supposed to go to missions, see, that's how it's supposed to go. It should not be bouncing to anything else but missions. But as we saw earlier, it kept bouncing me to the freaking event page. Come on now. Anywho. The seal event? What's up with the seal event? Is this something? Oh, is it like some minigame thing? See, it should stop blaming everything for your shortcomings. Bullshit. Anyway, you can play with your friends. Oh, okay, so that's what it's about. How many days left on it anyway? 8 days? More than likely, this is going to be turned into a permanent event anyway. Oh, I just remember. It was a couple months back. We played that, what would you call it? Candy Crush-esque Angry Bird little mini game a couple months back. We did a stream playing it too, if I remember correctly. It was fun. It's so crazy. It almost took me until 3 o'clock in the morning to get this done. Granted, I would have got it done faster if the damn game, or rather the Wi-Fi, didn't cut out on me at such a terrible time. Anyhow, yeah, but Kyle doesn't have run. This causes issues for him during these kind of events. I ain't about to start with you, but most of the time they remove PvP when the event ends. But I don't know if it's gonna do it with this event. Oh, did they remove like PvP for like that little mini event from last time? Oh, let me check it. The little Angry Bird event. Where is that? Oh my goodness! I gotta finish the War Dance story. I have not finished this story yet. I did like 2 streams for it, and that was it. And also, I gotta recreate my Star Rail standards thumbnail because I don't have one. I did a "I'm back, baby" thumbnail when I got back to playing Star Rail, but I haven't actually made a standard thumbnail for it. I finished this story, but I feel like I have more to finish from that. Yeah, here you go. This little Angry Bird event, the Origami Bird Clash. Like the PvP no longer exists in this or something? I hope it's not the case. Your boy is cooked. Yes, they did. They removed the PvP when the event ended. I don't know why, because it's so fun. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Now that we finished the story and whatnot, did a 3-hour stream. It's been a while since I've done a 3-hour stream. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Please hit the thumbs up button for your boy. For anybody who is watching the stream right now but isn't subscribed to the channel, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And we won't be playing Star Rail until the new update drops, or when I create a standard thumbnail for that new update before I start playing it. Hopefully that quest is not 8 hours long, so I don't have to keep doing multiple streams for it. I probably will stream the recent story quest for Genshin, that interlude Archon quest, tomorrow, depending on if I make that thumbnail in time. If I don't make that thumbnail in time, I'm not gonna stream. I'm gonna save it till Tuesday. So, yeah.
Path is clear.
Appreciate y'all watching. Good night. See you later. Peace.